Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with my guy Chris Ruffolo as we continue to cook up and break down some of this WNBA action. Welcome to the WNBA Layup session. There was no games yesterday, felt kind of weird, but we're back. We got the WNBA Commissioner's Cup tonight, 2 games. Here to let you guys know our thoughts, our opinions, and how we see these games playing out. Franchise player Chris Ruffolo, how you doing today, my man?
Doing all right, man. Yeah, it's good to have the WNBA back in full swing as part of great card of action on Friday. Some matchups that we've kind of had to dissect a little bit, try to pick apart, try to find the value in, but I think we've done a good job of doing that. So ready to break it down. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I've been seeing the board really well here in the dub, really in all hoops combined, NBA and WNBA. So Money Making Friday. We got the NBA Finals Game 4 tonight. We got 2 games in the dub. I'm just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward and continue to see it well. So I got going on, man. I'm 14-5 right now, currently on my WNBA play of the night. Looking to go 15-5 after tonight. You guys can scoop that play up for $19 at Pickdawgz Premium. But as we usually do, we talk about every game on the board every single day right here for free every single time there's a game available. So that's what we're finna do right here, right now. You ready?
Absolutely.
Let's do the damn thing, my man. First game on the board. We got the Dream of Atlanta at home, at the crib. Sizable home favorites in this game today. They're laying 12.5 points on the Chicago Sky. Total 158.5. How you feeling here in this first game?
Yeah, I'm going to steal one of your phrases here. I think the Dream are sizable favorites at home for good reason in this one. The Sky just lost Courtney Vandersloot, and while she's not necessarily the biggest scorer on the team, she's definitely a big facilitator. She brings a lot to the table in terms of experience and assists. That's a big loss. And the fact that right now, even though the Sky, even when they have been healthy, there's nothing that stopped this team from getting the crap kicked out of them. I mean, they've had 6 losses this season. 5 of them have been by 13 or more points. I mean, they lost by 27 points to a Caitlin Clarkless Indiana team at home. They just, like I said, they've just been getting dismantled. And I get it. Some of those teams they lost to are teams you expected against. Teams like the Liberty. But, I mean, 35 points on the road in Game 1 against the Fever. 13 points in LA against an underwhelming Sparks team. The Atlanta Dream, 5 wins in their last 6. They did get caught sort of believing their own hype when they played the Connecticut Sun on the road, but this has still been an Atlanta team that their last 2 wins at home have been by 19 and 24 points. So I got to roll with the Dream here. I think they get it done.
Fair enough, and I'm not mad at you for looking at it that way. The Dream are the better basketball team. I'm just keeping it consistent with what I've said on this show all season long, where it's like I don't have a great grasp on really like only 2 teams. And those 2 teams are the Dream and the Mystics. Those are 2 teams where it's like I'm still learning and trying to pick specific spots and situations with them. This game tonight makes my stomach hurt. It makes me nervous. The Dream are the better team. It wouldn't shock me whatsoever if they 20-point plus blew out the Sky. The Sky have been that bad in a lot of games this season. But it also wouldn't surprise me if the Dream came out here and didn't shoot that well offensively, won the game, but failed to cover. At a certain point, I understand that the Dream are red hot and the Sky, are one of the worst teams in this league thus far this season. How many points is too many points to lay with the Dream, and how many points is too many points to lay on the Sky? And I kind of think we're approaching that point where it's kind of time to go the other way. Don't love this game, but I am going to lean towards Chicago in a small lean. Hopefully they can play a good enough defense tonight to keep this one within the number. If I had to say how this game plays out, I think the Dream end up winning it by like 8 or 9 points, and the Sky do enough to sneak in the back door and get a cover. So that's my thoughts here on it. Don't love it, but that is the way I'm feeling here in this one. Got another game tonight. It's my home team, the team in my city. One of the worst teams in the league, man. 1-10 on the season. They're on the road facing the Las Vegas Aces. Aces, 6.5 point home favorites over the Wings of Dallas. It's a tough matchup. Neither team playing well right now. Aces banged up, looks like, for this one, as Aja Wilson could or could not play for this game. Kind of keep an eye on the injury report as the day progresses. Everybody knows here on this show, I've taken the Wings in a couple spots, couple situations, and they just haven't shown up for us. One thing that I do like about the Wings, though, I like how Paige Beckers played in her last game. She came out, had her highest scoring game of her young WNBA career. She had 35 in that game. Going up against an Aces team that struggled defensively this season, I do think the Wings offense can do enough to keep this game competitive. If not, go and beat the Aces outright. We just saw the Aces with a really head-scratching, concerning loss to the Sparks the other night. I think we got to fade the Aces while we can, especially while they're down. I know the Wings haven't been good. I know they haven't been great. But I think Paige finally starting to learn the WNBA. I think tonight she has a back-to-back good game, and it propels her team to an ATS cover. I'm on the Wings plus the points here in this one tonight. How you feeling?
Yeah, if I were picking a side in this one, I think I would have to lean towards the Wings plus the points. Maybe put a little bit on Wings money line. I mean, Becky Hammond calling out the Aces, calling them soft, and other teams saying that other teams are punking them. She's not wrong, but what happened? They, come out and then they get blasted by an inconsistent Sparks team that's underwhelmed for a lot of the season, and that was with the blowout loss to Golden State happened with Aja Wilson and with Aja Wilson in a lot of that game against the Sparks. But if she misses this game, that is a huge absence. That's why we've seen the line drop originally from 10.5 before this news broke to now around 6.5. The only reason I can't get on the Wings is because I still have concerns about this Wings defense. That's why I'm looking at the over, because they've still given up a ton of points against other teams that aren't as talented. And quite frankly, the Aces may still be better than even without Aja Wilson. So I think that the Wings are going to get theirs. They've had no problems about scoring. I would take, Paige Beckers overs as well in points, rebounds, assists, whatever you can find. But I think the over for me is the better play here.
Fair enough. That's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. We covered both games for y'all, man. Dream and the Wings. Dream and the damn, I just drew a blank. Dream and the Sky, and Wings and the Aces. There we go. Cover both of them for y'all. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Of course, we have premium plays over at the site. Like I said at the beginning, I'm 14-5 on my top play of the night in the WNBA. You guys can scoop that play up for $19. NBA Finals Game 4 tonight. I have a play for y'all there. I've hit 7 in a row on that NBA Jam Session play of the night. So seeing the board really well in hoops. Just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward into a money-making Friday, money-making weekend. Hop on something long-term over at Pickdawgz Premium. Pair me up with the Roof, the franchise player, and let's continue to do the damn thing. What you got going on today, Chris, in this weekend?
Yeah, today I got my $19 MLB pick-off play. I got that on the board. Also got, right now, 3-pack for Major League Baseball and my WNBA play of the day. So just trying to get a feel for the board, make some money heading into the weekend. But like Jay said, pair us up. It's a great way to get a little bit of everything and get the best bang for your buck, and use that promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase of Pick Dawgz.
Appreciate y'all more than y'all know, man. See y'all soon. Tomorrow, I think. We're out of here. Peace.